Hey guys, it's Kimberly. I'm your Thursdays, and today is Thursday. So, hi. I have some really crazy stuff going on with my hair right now. I apologize. We're gonna go with it. Thank you. Um, so this week we're talking about how we realized we like what it is we like or are attracted to, and how we came out. Um, Me personally, I was in sixth grade. I'm not really sure how old I was at that age or at that year, but I was in sixth grade, and at that time, I had no idea what gay was, lesbian was, bisexual was. Um, I know my parents at the time had uh, friends who were gay, but I never really thought of it as anything, I guess. Um, so I had a dream one night that I asked this girl out that I, to this day, have never had feelings for. But I told her, I was like, I like you. Will you be my girlfriend? And she said, well, can I think about it? And I was like, yeah, whatever, you do what you gotta do. And I went upstairs. I was at my school, and I went upstairs, and I saw her with a group of friends. And she was like, oh, guys, Kimberly asked me out. What should I say? And then they all giggled, and it was very unrealistic, and I woke up. So I was really confused. I had no idea why I would have such a dream, and I kind of didn't really put too much thought into it afterwards. Um, and then I'm not really sure how long after it was, but I started to realize that there's this girl at my school, and I have feelings for her in the way that I was told you should have for boys. Um, and I wasn't sure what to do about it, what to think about it, so I kind of just kept it to myself for a little bit. But it started to really like escalate. I started to get really like confused to a point that I needed to seek help. And so I went to the mother I lived with at the time, because I think I said in the former video that I was a foster kid, so I've had a lot of families, and I actually have a lot of experience with a lot of different people's or the way they think about it and deal with it. So, but yeah, so I told her, I was like, Mom, I have feelings for this girl. That I should have for boys, and she like panicked a little bit. She really quickly answered, and she's like, oh, it's just a phase. You're gonna be out of it. It's normal, whatever. And like didn't want to talk about it anymore. And so I had it in my head that this is not okay. I should not talk about it. But of course, the feelings didn't go away, which made me feel really like down on myself. I was really confused. I thought I wasn't normal. Um, I've been told my whole life, like something's wrong with you, by people who were just being mean to me, adults even. So it kind of didn't help. It really took a big toll on me because I was already, in that kind of situation. Um, but yeah, so I had a friend in sixth grade, and I told her finally, and she showed, that it wasn't a big deal. And seventh grade is when like everybody started to, come, I'm lesbian or I like girls, and it was super crazy. Like everybody, it was so weird. So eighth grade, I finally told the girl I liked her, and that did not turn out well, but that's kind of my start in it. And how I actually came out about it, because I wouldn't really count that first one as a come out. My mother, who is a foster parent as well, but she is to me my mother. I don't have my biological mom in my life, but she is probably 100% my mom to me, and she was really super religious, and um, it was really scary to even think about telling her. Um, but I finally decided, I don't live with this lady anymore at this time. But I was visiting her, and I'm like, if she loves me, I should be able to tell her these things. I can't remember my age. I know I was I want to say like early high school, but I'm not quite sure. Um, but yeah, I sat down on the couch. We were sitting on the couch, we are watching TV, and I was like, Mom, can I tell you something? And she's like, yeah, honey, you can tell me anything, as mothers do. But I told her, I was like, it's not something I think you're gonna want to hear. And she's like, you can tell me anything, and so I was so shaky, and I was like, Mom, I like girls. In a way, I should like boys. And it was a really big blurry mess. It was super hard to tell her, so I was shaking, my mouth was dry, and all I really remember was that she was crying. She she wasn't crying, she was sobbing. And she was just like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. I've tried to stop for many years, or not many years, but a long time." And she's like, "Well, let's just hope it's a phase." And she hugged me, and so for a long time, I wasn't. It wasn't satisfying. I felt like it was just all over what happened in the beginning when I told the first lady, and it was really, really hard. And I still felt like maybe it was wrong. But throughout the years, my mom, who I was just speaking, I know, I have so many moms. It's so confusing. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so the one I told and she cried and all that fun stuff. She to this day is well, okay, it took a long time. She slowly, gradually accepted it, and she's actually, I think it bettered her, like it helped her, because she's much more open-minded, and she's still very religious, and it's very important to her to have religion, but she's, okay, let's put it this way, she's planning my wedding with my girlfriend. We go over there, and she's always asking, what do you want to name your kids? And because we do plan to have children, and we have our colors picked out, and it's great. But it did take a lot of time. So that's how I came out. I didn't have my parents, like I said, so when I finally met them, I didn't care what they thought. So the only person that it really mattered to come out to was my foster mom, and it was a big process. So that's how I realized I liked girls and how I came out. And I really hope that it kind of can help whoever's seeing this. If you're having any troubles, if let's say religion is the issue, and it may not go the way that it did, but just know there's a good chance it will probably be really hard in the beginning. And if you're going to come out, you need to understand that it's not just affecting you, it's affecting them. Their child is, in most cases with religion, they believe is, going down the wrong path, and it's scary, but it doesn't mean in time that it won't work out. So just if you have to tell them or expect to be patient with them, just like they're going to need to be patient with you. But yeah, so that's how it is for me, and I hope it helped. And today is Thursday, if you forgot. Thank you for watching, and sorry my videos are super long, and sorry for my hair again, and the super close-up. I have a old work hat on. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that, so that's what that is. Have a good day, night, week, rest of weekend.